What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. Are you one of those trivia people that seem to know a lot of different facts about a lot of different things? You know a little about a lot. With the advent of social media memes being passed around, this has only gotten worse. Nowadays, what used to take me digging inside books to find one golden nugget is now fully accessible to everyone as a meme, or some expert creating 30-second clips to share core messages. This never happened before. Information is widely accessible, and everyone feels like they are an expert, even though they only have surface-level knowledge. The reason is because when you know a little about a lot of different things, it fools you into thinking you know a lot of things. You don't really know what you don't know. And you don't know a lot of things. You know very little about a lot of different things. That's a huge difference. You know very little about a lot of different things. Because we literally don't have enough mental bandwidth to know a lot about a lot of things. This is why people specialize or are known for certain things specifically, because through the exploration of knowing very little in the beginning and perusing the landscape to pick up information from a lot of different things, everybody starts there. Eventually, after the exploration, they pick a discipline, an industry, and stick with it, so as to see sides and depth that is not seen on the surface to ordinary meme passers. There's a point at which you must go in. Now again, most of us start out with good intentions when we begin our life journey into exploration. I mean, how else would you know what you like if you don't try a bunch of different things for a season of your life? But many of us reluctantly move past that season and don't make clear decisions about what directions to head in. And I know this problem intimately. Oh, I don't only want to be known for that. Oh, that's not what I want to claim about myself. Oh, that's not the only lane I want to confine myself to. And there are some built-in problems with delaying the deciding of which doors to walk through, because eventually some will close on their own because of time. But other than the missed opportunities, there is a bigger problem in the present that it creates. And that's confusion. Without deciding what is true interest to you, there's no narrowing of relevance for your mind. And because everything is relevant, you don't know how to prioritize the spending of your time, or even how to determine what the next best thing to do is, or to work on is, or to develop is. You have no idea. How could you? Everything is equated in importance, and so you are confused. And so to solve for this confusion, you might do what I do, and just get busier, and learn even more of everything, and do even more of everything, and try and develop even more of everything, only to end up more confused and more disoriented. As I am always looking for phrasing to clearly define problems, I found one here to define this problem, so that the probable solutions, I look for this phrasing so that the probable solutions are properly tailored to the actual clear problem that I now understand. I realized here that this creates a whole just-in-case problem and scenario. Because you are confused, and because you don't know what is relevant, or that everything might be relevant, it feeds more and more of this confusion, because you then tune into different sources of stimuli in hopes to pick up something useful just in case. Since you have not defined what is actually useful, everything seems useful, and you never know where you might learn something from somewhere, so everything becomes something you try to learn from, haphazardly. And though I believe that you can at least get one golden nugget in anything, it's too unpredictable as a strategy and too time-consuming to go about life this way. Yeah, you might encounter a golden nugget, and I believe you will, or you might not. And even still, the golden nugget might actually be useful to you, what you're trying to currently do, or not. Depending on how far wide your attention is being split, it may or may not apply to something. Either way, you are stuck in a just-in-case scenario. I'll watch this video just in case I learn something. I'll read this book just in case I learn something. I'll go to this seminar and meet people just in case. I'll attend this event just in case. All these just in cases eat years of your life without amounting to anything. Because it's almost like you are collecting just in case Pokemon cards, just in case it might be useful down a dark alley one day. And although you might want to argue that the things you learn are useful somewhere, the more you know about anything, it helps you with everything. As much as I believe this, the facts of the reality still remain. And here's the reality. 80% of what you learn is forgotten. 90% of your thoughts today are the same repeating thoughts you had the day before and the day before that. So if all this just in case was actually useful, wouldn't it make some meaningful, useful difference in your life? Or at the least, it would be important enough to remember it all, right? Like you remember all the things you have an emotion attached to or that are relevant. You would remember some of these things, right? Not just 20%. So what's the point of all this just in case learning if most of all of it is lost? Because most of it was picked up for no damn reason in the first place and served no specific purpose. And so maybe 10% of it gets used in something and you retain it. And the rest was just an entire waste of time learning it because you never used it. If you don't use something that you learn within a week or two, it will most likely be gone and you probably wasted time learning it. So what should we do instead? Instead of just in case learnings, when you get clearer and clearer about your goals, even for this exact current season in your life, it doesn't have to be for your entire life, but as long as you get somewhat clear on what it is that your goals are, then you can learn specific things for that goal. So instead of just in case learnings, replace it with just in time learning. Like the manufacturing process, just in time. Only learn the thing when it is just the right time to learn it, for it will be applicable in the next specific thing that you are trying to do. It would not be helpful to read 10 books on a topic if you don't apply any of it. It's not efficient. One book might make all the difference you ever need if you picked it up just in time, looking for the answer you needed just in that specific time, or a process that you wanted to develop right then and there because it's your current step. And it would be helpful because it would be timely and apply directly to the very next thing you are trying to do. And then it would enable that thing. It would open up doors. And you would most likely never forget the learnings from that because you put it into practice and behaviors and it actually molded and guided your actions. You getting completely clear or even a little bit clear about what problem you have to solve allows for the narrowing of relevant fields that then allows you to go and seek the solution for that specific problem. All that stuff you learned just in case prior to that will probably not even come to your mind when you most need it. So what good is that? What was the point of learning and wasting all your time and energy and learning all that stuff out of order? If you live properly through gradual crawl, walk, run steps, then the next step illuminates itself. And you automatically start seeking specific tools and resources to help you get there. But if you don't start out with that level of clarity in what problem you are specifically trying to solve for, or what direction is the one that to go in next, then you will just be shooting in the dark, hoping something hits your target. And that's what this just in case mentality is. It's a catch-all for your indecision. It's you hedging your confusion by trying to feel some semblance of progress. And so you put yourself in any situation to possibly benefit, hopefully benefit, just in case. It's like playing the lottery with your time. Trade your just in case for just in time. And see if that doesn't deliberately open up more doors than you are trying to set up just in case. Love you, family. Stay true always. See you on the next show.